Hello. Welcome to the Learn American English channel where you learn naturally so you can speak naturally. In this video, we're going to listen to conversations of people in the forest. This video is divided into 3 parts where the characters are lost in the forest, encounter forest fire, and discover trash and damage in the forest. There will be a listening comprehension quiz at the end of each scene. So, listen carefully and see if you get all of the questions right. Also, be sure to stay with us until the end of the video. We'll point out important words from the conversations, everyday slang, and the most common way to say things in English. Watch for these words and phrases in the subtitles. You'll find their meanings in the vocabulary section in the last part of the video. Are you excited? This should be fun. First, let's listen to a conversation between Belle and Dina as they are lost in the forest. Let's see how their conversation goes, and don't forget to note the highlighted words for their meanings at the end of this video. Let's dive in.
Dina, I think we're lost. I don't recognize any of these trees or landmarks.
Oh no, you're right. I can't believe we've gotten ourselves into this mess. What should we do?
First things first, we need to stay calm. Panicking won't help us find our way back.
You're right. Okay, let's take a deep breath. What's our next step?
Let's assess our resources. What do we have in our backpacks?
Well, I have a flashlight, some snacks, a water bottle, and a small first aid kit. What about you?
I have a map, a compass, a whistle, and some extra layers of clothing. Looks like we have enough to survive for a while.
That's a relief. Maybe we can use some of these items to signal for help.
Good idea. We could start by building a signal fire. It'll create smoke that might catch someone's attention.
Great. I'll gather some dry leaves and twigs while you look for a clearing to build the fire.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to work.
Phew, that was harder than I thought, but hopefully the smoke will be visible from afar.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on it. In the meantime, maybe we should also create a large SOS sign on the ground using rocks or branches.
Good idea. We need to make sure we're doing everything we can to increase our chances of being spotted.
Absolutely. And while we're at it, we should also plan our movement. We can't just stay in one place forever.
Agreed. We should pick a direction and stick to it. Maybe we'll come across a stream or a trail that could lead us back to civilization.
Sounds like a plan. But before we set off, one of us should stay put while the other goes for help.
I'll stay here and keep an eye on the fire and SOS sign. You go ahead and see if you can find any signs of civilization.
Okay, I'll be back as soon as I can. Stay safe, Dina.
You too, Belle. And hey, I just wanted to say I'm sorry we got into this mess, but we'll get through it together.
Thanks, Dina. And hey, no need to apologize. We'll make it out of here, I promise.
Have you been lost in the forest? How did you find your way back? Share with us in the comments section. Now, here are some listening comprehension questions to see how well you understood the conversation between Dina and Belle. What items did Dina have in her backpack? Flashlight, snacks, water bottle, and a small first aid kit. What did Belle suggest they do to increase their chances of being spotted? Build a signal fire and create a large SOS sign on the ground. Who decided to stay behind while the other went to search for help? Dina decided to stay behind while Belle went to search for help. So, did you get all the questions correct? Let us know in the comments section. Now, let's hear a conversation between Vin and Paul as they discover a forest fire while camping. Let's see how their conversation goes, and don't forget to note the highlighted words for their meanings at the end of this video. Let's begin.
Vin, do you smell something burning?
Yeah, I do. It smells like smoke. Where's it coming from?
Oh no, look over there. It's a small fire near those bushes, but it's spreading fast.
Oh no, this is bad. We need to do something before it gets out of control.
Absolutely. Let's not waste any time. Do you have your phone? We should call emergency services right away.
Yeah, I do. I'll dial 911 while you try to contain the fire.
Good idea. And let's remember to give them our exact location so they can send help quickly.
Paul, be careful. The fire's getting bigger by the second.
I know. But we have to try to put it out before it spreads even further.
Here, use this blanket to smother the flames. It might help slow down the spread.
Thanks, Vin. That's a great idea.
Paul, this isn't working. We need more help.
You're right. Let's get out of here and find someone who can help us.
But what about our campsite and all our stuff?
Forget about that for now. Our safety is more important. We can replace our things, but we can't replace our lives.
You're right. Let's go.
Vin, do you hear that? It sounds like sirens.
Yeah, I do. Help must be on the way.
Thank goodness. Hopefully they can contain the fire before it causes too much damage.
Let's just hope no one else gets hurt.
Agreed. And let's make sure to cooperate fully with the authorities when they arrive. We need to tell them everything we know about how the fire started.
Absolutely. We need to take responsibility for our actions.
Have you experienced a forest fire? Let us know in the comments section. Now, here are some listening comprehension questions to see how well you understood the conversation between Vin and Paul. What did Vin suggest they do immediately when they noticed the fire? Vin suggested calling emergency services right away. How did Paul try to contain the fire at first? Paul tried to contain the fire by filling a bucket with water from a nearby stream. What did Paul and Vin prioritize over their campsite and belongings? Paul and Vin prioritized their safety over their campsite and belongings. So, how many questions did you get right for the second scene? Let us know in the comments section. Now, we're down for the last conversation between Mona and Levi, as they discover trash and damage in the forest. Are you still taking notes? Make sure to write down the highlighted words and discover their meanings at the end of this video.
Levi, look at all this trash lying around our campsite. It's terrible.
I know, Mona. It's really disappointing to see people treating the forest like this.
We can't just ignore it. We need to clean up this mess before we leave.
You're right. Let's start by gathering all the trash we can find and putting it in bags.
And we should make sure to check everywhere, not just around our tent. Trash can blow around easily.
Good point. Let's split up and cover more ground. I'll start over here and you can search that area over there.
Sounds like a plan. And hey, while we're cleaning up, let's also keep an eye out for any damage we might have caused to the environment.
Absolutely. We need to make sure we leave this place better than we found it.
Levi, I think we've got all the trash, but I'm worried we might have damaged some plants or disturbed wildlife.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too. Let's take a closer look around and see if we can spot any signs of damage.
Oh no, look over there. It looks like someone trampled all over those delicate wildflowers.
That's awful. We need to be more careful where we step next time.
And look at this tree. It has some deep scratches on the bark. I bet someone was carving their initials into it.
Ugh, people can be so thoughtless sometimes. We need to be more mindful of our actions and the impact they have on the environment.
Definitely. Let's make a pact to always leave no trace whenever we go camping.
Agreed. And let's also spread the word to our friends and family about the importance of respecting nature and leaving it undisturbed.
Sounds like a plan. Together, we can make a difference.
I think we've done a pretty good job, Mona. The campsite looks much better now.
Yeah, it does. I feel a lot better knowing we've done our part to take care of the environment.
Me too. And you know what? I think we should also do a little bit extra. Let's pick up any trash we see on the trail back to the parking lot.
That's a great idea, Levi. Every little bit helps.
It feels good to do our part, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And you know what else? I think we've learned a valuable lesson today about the importance of taking care of our planet.
Absolutely. Let's make a commitment to always be mindful of our impact on the environment, whether we're camping or not.
I'm with you on that, Levi. Let's be the change we want to see in the world.
How do you take care of our environment? Share with us in the comments section. Now, before we review the key vocabulary from these conversations, here are some listening comprehension questions to see how well you understood the conversation between Mona and Levi. What did Mona and Levi decide to do when they noticed trash around their campsite? They decided to clean up the mess before they left. What did Mona suggest they do while cleaning up the campsite? Mona suggested they also keep an eye out for any damage they might have caused to the environment. What did Mona and Levi decide to do on their hike back to the parking lot? They decided to pick up any trash they found on the trail back to the parking lot. So, how many questions did you get right for the third scene? Let us know in the comments section. Now let's review the vocabulary from these conversations. First, we'll review some of the natural-sounding everyday phrases used by native English speakers. Watch the video again after you study the vocabulary words to learn them even better and subscribe to see our other videos. First things first. Prioritize what needs to be done immediately. Catch someone's attention. Attract someone's notice. out of control, not manageable or unable to be regulated. Split up, to divide into smaller groups or parts. Keep an eye out for, be vigilant and watch for something. Now let's review other key vocabulary. Lost, unable to find one's way or direction. Landmarks, prominent or easily recognizable features of an area that can help with navigation. Smother, to extinguish or suppress a fire by covering it completely. Thoughtless, lacking consideration for others, inconsiderate. Pact, an agreement or treaty. Were the conversations relatable? Try using these conversations with your family and friends. Thank you for watching the Learn American English channel, where you learn naturally so you can speak naturally. Please click the like button and subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this one.